Imagine you're sitting in your car in a repair shop parking lot. The mechanic just told you it'll cost $200 to fix a minor issue. Not catastrophic, not unexpected, but your chest tightens anyway. You're making $150,000 a year, yet your brain immediately starts juggling. Which credit card still has room? Which bill can be paid late? What else might break before the next paycheck? Now imagine someone else making $52,000 with $40,000 in savings, completely unbothered by the same repair. That contrast isn't about income, it's about how money is structured. Here's the uncomfortable truth. $150,000 doesn't make you rich, it makes you high income, and those are not the same thing. After taxes, someone earning $150,000 usually takes home about $8,000 to $8,500 a month. To most people, that sounds enormous. How could anyone possibly run out of money with that kind of cash flow? Because money doesn't disappear, it gets committed. The first thing that happens when income rises is lifestyle inflation. But it's not just spending more, it's redefining normal. When you earned $45,000, a $15 lunch required thought. At $150,000, a $25 lunch feels invisible. But the math still counts. $25 lunches 5 days a week is $6,500 a year. Add $7 daily coffee, $80 dinners twice a week, and $200 a month in drinks, and suddenly you're spending $15,000 to $20,000 a year just eating because you're busy. Now layer in fixed payments, rent or mortgage, car lease, insurance, student loans, credit card minimums. I know someone earning $145,000, paying $2,200 in rent, $680 for a car lease, $220 for insurance, $850 in student loans, and $600 across multiple credit card minimums. That's over $5,500 gone before groceries, utilities, gym, phone, and subscriptions. More than half their take-home pay is already spoken for, and the credit cards quietly fill the gaps. This is where the stress comes from. Credit cards turn lifestyle inflation into a delayed problem. Every swipe feels small, every minimum payment feels manageable, but stack $15,000 to $20,000 in revolving balances, and suddenly your income is supporting the past instead of building the future. High earners fall into another trap, spending blindness. When you make $45,000, spending $500 feels serious. At $150,000, it feels harmless, just 0.3% of income. So you say yes to the $400 dinner, $600 concert, $500 impulse buy. None of them feel reckless. Do that 10 times a month and you've quietly burned $5,000. That's not luxury spending, that's invisible spending. Fixed expenses make this worse. Once you commit to a $4,500 mortgage, $800 car payment, $400 gym, and dozens of subscriptions, flexibility disappears. You can't easily cut these without pain. This is financial quicksand. I've seen households earning $280,000 lock themselves into $9,700 a month of fixed costs before groceries. They earn more than ever and feel more trapped than when they earned half as much. Then come the golden handcuffs. A $20,000 pay cut feels impossible. Changing jobs feels risky. Starting a business feels irresponsible. Not because the income is low, but because the lifestyle requires it. The retirement math makes this brutal. To sustain a $150,000 lifestyle, you need about $3.75 million, assuming a 4% withdrawal rate. If you're 35 and want to retire at 65, that means investing roughly $50,000 a year. Most people at this income save $15,000 to $20,000 and assume they're doing well. They're not. They're just comfortable today. Here's the real divide. Two people earn $150,000. One retires with $5 million. The other retires stressed, with debt, and maybe $200,000 saved. Same income, different behavior. High income is an opportunity, not permission to spend. Living like you make $90,000 while earning $150,000 creates something luxury never will. Margin. Margin to invest. Margin to breathe. Margin to say no. That's what wealth actually is. Not stuff, not appearances. Options.